they sort of face this existential threat, right? They either transform or they become commodity and be a little bit lost.
Looking at some of the clients you're working with, essentially based in the US now, what are typically the kind of clients that you're working with and what problems are they needing to be solved?
Sure. So that's a great question, right? So I focus, as I said, I'm in the financial industry, so I focus on banks. So I work with large banks in the US. And I think if I take it to a 100,000 foot level, the biggest problem they are facing is there's a little bit of fear that the banks may become irrelevant, right? There's a fear that the new generation who lives in a digital world may not feel a need for a bank, right? So
I don't think it's just that. I think there's a lot of resentment against banks as well.
Yeah.
So the resentment kicks in, and people of, say, my generation, 27, they don't want to bank with banks anymore because all the bad stories that they're painted to be the bad person, aren't they? Really, the big banks. So I think that's a big reason, you know.
Yeah. No, you are spot on, right? So my point is, banks, they, in many ways, right, I'm exaggerating, I must admit, they sort of face this existential threat, right? They either transform or they become commodity and be a little bit lost. Do you care which power company do you use? You don't. All you care is your home has electricity. Banks don't want to be that. They don't want to become power companies. So
Pipes.
You're right. Exactly. And nobody cares about how things are built. They care about what it does for them. So I think one of the big problems that we are trying to solve them is how to stay relevant, right? Yeah. And I think you will see banks now trying to, rather than asking you to come to a bank, they come to you. They're like, okay, if you're in the metaverse, or if you're on Facebook, or if you're on TikTok, I'll meet you there. Versus telling, hey, come to the bank, stand in line, fill this form. That's not working anymore. So.